the next thing I would like to do is I would like to show you how to tuck her little skirt in, because she's looking a bit disheveled at the moment. And what is really nice with these little snowdrop sprites is that they almost sort of got like a little bell shaped skirt. So I will show you how to do this, and then I'll show you how to attach the petals as well. So let's just go to the larger overhead camera again so you can see it better. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So basically you've got one single felting needle. Sorry, I don't think you've ever looked up a fairy skirt, have you? So for this one, you just literally fold it in with your hands so you have a nice round edge. And then you use your felting needle, and you're just going to hold it while you're stabbing into, I was going to say into thin air, but it is almost a little bit like that. So you folded the skirt in, and then you just stab from the underneath, and you might just have to join the sides together to do this. So you're stabbing from the inside first and stab that, so that your little snowdrop is quite acrobatic. She's standing on her head currently, and you're just literally stabbing into the hem of her dress from the inside first, and then you can tidy it up from the outside if you want, if you need to. You can bend her legs out of the way if they get in your way, and that way you can make sort of quite a nice little bell-shaped dress. So you don't need a felting mat for this, because you don't want to flat felt anything. You just, all you want to do is shape the seam of that little dress or skirt that she's wearing, so that her lovely little candy striped legs are exposed. And remember, we do have a tutorial of how to make these candy striped legs, and that one was on June the 3rd, so have a look, and it says how to make fairy legs. Because we've used this technique before with our forget-me-not fairy, so if you can remember that, then you know for sure how to do this. And now she's got quite a nice sort of little shaped, almost like a little bell herself, as she's a snowdrop sprite. And especially if you imagine you're going to tuck her waist in by attaching the petals onto her, which is the thing I'm going to show you next. But I will just I'll do that straight away, why ever not, it's the same thing. So I will just say that this pre-felt that I'm using here actually cut the wrong one up. You're getting one that's much thicker, which works actually much better. Like on the original fairy, this one here is a nicer, thicker felt. But I've got the wrong one here right now, but so be it. Right, so the thing that you need to do is, or I suggest you can do this differently. The way you put the petals onto her is that she's got one on either side, to the right and to the left at the front, and then one here at the back. So they're sort of equal distance, if you imagine that. And you're just going to felt them on so that they stay in place with your felting needle into her waistline. So this is just so that you don't have to hold them anymore. Just felt them onto her. She looks like she's trying to crawl away. Get me away! She looks like a ladybug. And so now they're just fastened on, and then you have your little bit of green. You can't use all of this, by the way, because well, depending which order you're making things in, if you follow the instructions. But this little bit of green around the snowdrop flower has got that same green. So don't use up all the green to make your little dress there. And then you're putting this around her waist, and I think it looks really nice if you can then felt this waist down as small as you can, so that it really does pinch in. And all you need to do is just stab into the green so that you make a nice neat line, and try and keep that quite even. Again, you don't need a felting mat for this, because you're sort of stabbing into quite a bulky part there still. So just fasten that waistband on first, and then you can work on reducing the size a little bit more. And that's basically how you first of all fasten the petals on. So let's work on reducing the size. It might take a little while. been eating too much, this little fairy. Gotta make her waist shrink a bit. There. You don't have to give her a skinny waist. It's not essential. You can have a little snowdrop that has got a chubbier waist. That's absolutely fine. I just thought it looks more like a bell, but if you like it a little bit thicker around the middle, then that's absolutely fine. Some of us don't seem to get a choice these days. Right, so that's basically as much as I'm doing. I know that I've reduced the size on the others a bit more, but I'll be sitting here. There's still a lot of scope to felt it. Now, it would be good to check how these petals, how far down they reach. If they're really massively long, then you can reduce the size of them, and I'll show you in a minute how. But in any case, you do want to needle felt now from the underneath of these petals as well. So if you need to reduce the length of the petals, then you're going to do this quite vigorously. But otherwise, you are actually felting into this gap here, but almost more into the white, because what you're doing that way, you're sort of almost helping the petal to become a rounder. Can you see how that makes it more like a bell shape? Whereas this is quite flat here. But as soon as you, where's the one I've made? There. As soon as you felt into it, it just helps the shape of the petal to come outward a little bit, and then it makes a more sort of bell shape. Because I don't know, I just think of little snowdrops. I always think of them as little bell flowers. So you're felting into the white, and with a thicker felt, it will work a lot quicker and better. So it's just that the thin felt is not the most suitable for doing this. And remember, we do sell the pre-felt as well, of course, separately. So you can make lots and lots more of these little snowdrops. Everything that you're getting to make this snowdrop flower is also something that we sell, and I'll talk a little bit more about these flowers. But that's basically how you make the little dress of the snowdrop fairy and give her. So the petals should just be reaching on the floor, which they are. Okay,